If you do not like someone's story, write your own. Changing Narratives with Wambui Kabage.
So what is it about COVID that's bringing up this whole conversation about divorce? I'm going to tell you. Because, I've been in the house myself with my husband for longer time than I've ever been. Okay, so I can totally understand what people are going through. Just the idea of being in a house in a confined space with somebody for more than, 8 waking hours, notice I said waking, means you notice so many things about that individual. You notice how they behave, how they do things, how they engage, how they talk to your kids, which really, according to you, is the wrong way. You notice so many things, but coupled with the fact that COVID has presented a very strange situation. You have lots of time, but you may not have finances. You may have been laid off. Either you've had your salary reduced, or basically you just have to stay at home and do a Zoom meeting. Oh my God, just hold on a minute. About those Zoom meetings, right? So you're in the meeting and then your kid walks in, right? And they're just, oh my God, this is just a horrible situation for the average human being. So wonder why it would be that you'd want a divorce. Well, it would happen because you had other underlying issues. So all these issues that you're seeing now have nothing to do with you wanting a divorce. You want a divorce because there were other issues previously. You were fighting over money before. You were fighting over how to discipline the kids. You were fighting over how much your spouse was spending on shopping or on your relatives, or you just generally there were other issues that were happening. And so what COVID has done is just created a beautiful environment for that to implode. And so guess what most of you say? Well, some of you say, I want a divorce. See, the problem with saying you want a divorce is that you presume that when you get that wonderful paper, it's done, it's over. You walked off, you shut the door, and hey, khalas, it's over. It's not. Because here's the problem. You have so many other underlying issues that you must deal with. You have to deal with children, the custody of those children. You have to deal with maintenance. You have to deal with the housing. Who's going to live where? Now that you have separate houses, how's that going to play out? Then you also have to deal with the fact that, once in a while, these children have to be accessed by one or other parent, right? How are you going to deal with holidays? How are you going to deal with the property in Kisanju, where you guys spent so much time saving money, and now both of you have to figure out how that's going to be divided. There's so many other issues that little divorce paper that you're going to get at the end of it are not going to resolve. Okay? But the problem is when you go see a lawyer like me, right? They're just going to tell you, yes, you have a great case. Fantastic. Let's start writing. Let's start drafting and, send it over to your spouse. I'm here to tell you that this is going to cause more problems than you can possibly imagine. I'd like you to start thinking about changing that thought process. Change that thought process, because underneath all this anger, underneath all this angst that you're feeling for your spouse, you know what? There's still this desire to be a good human being. There still remains that desire. And you can't be a good human being in the context of fighting. You just can't. So I'd like us to talk about how to do it in a different way. How you can still get that separation that you want, but in a manner that allows you to live peacefully with the rest of your family. Yes, divorce, but preserve your family. That's the objective of what it is I'm talking about. So how are you going to do that? Because nobody has ever told you about this. Like what? Like, what do you mean? I can fight? I can dispute without fighting? How's that possible? It's possible because how you'd go about it is to get a mediator. So join me in the next episode as I explain to you what is a mediator, and also why it's really a good idea to first go see one.